Tonight the boys are hosting a science fiction classic about an alien invasion. This movie is one of Hollywood's finest, a true classic. It contains some of the finest narration combined with an excellent music score. And who says you need dialogue in movies? No other movie in the history of cinema could pull off a classic monster wearing what could very well be one of Granny Dread's handmade quilts. You viewers are in for a treat. Welcome to Swamp Theater. Now here's Bucky.
Wind, the rain, gives this place a gleam that just isn't natural. The ground, alive with crawling things, crawling death. This swamp is a monument to death. Snakes, alligators, quicksand, all bent on one thing: destruction.
Hey, here we are again.
Sweetness.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, President Abigail.
Thank you, Abby.
What a
We
fantastic,
love you.
fantastic introduction.
She's the bestest.
For those of you who may not know, this is Swamp Theater.
It is. It is.
And we found that box of moldy old movies up in the projection room.
We did.
Morty,
Riss.
you up there?
Riss. He is. He's doing a really good job.
He's doing a half-decent job. Morty's running the camera up there.
We love Morty.
You ready to get this ball rolling?
Of course. I love Swamp Theater. It's so grand.
You guys are in for a treat about an alien invasion.
Yes. Alien invasion.
Alien invasion.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
Hey, Patience. Speaking of aliens,
Yes.
how do aliens keep their trousers up? How do they keep their trousers up?
How do aliens keep their pants on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know, Patience? Do you know that?
I don't know, some sort of weird magnetic alien technology?
No, but that's a good guess. That's a good guess, huh,
Would be my
Patience?
guess.
Do you know?
I don't know.
Do you know?
I don't know.
You ready for this? You ready for this, Patience? They keep them up with an asteroid belt.
They keep them up with an asteroid belt.
Yes, of course.
Why do firemen have red suspenders?
Keep their trousers up?
Keep their pants up, that's right.
Hey, Doc.
Hey,
Hey, Patience.
hey, Patience.
Did you hear about the alien who was obsessed with the moon?
The alien was upset with the moon?
Obsessed with the moon.
Obsessed with the moon.
Yes, obsessed with the moon.
I have not heard about the alien who
Did
was...
you hear, Patience?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Thank goodness. It was just a phase.
A phase
A phase.
of the moon.
Phase of the moon. Wasn't that funny? Wasn't that funny, Patience?
Oh, boy.
Hey, Doc.
Hey.
Hey, Patience.
Hey, Patience.
What do aliens like to read?
What do aliens like to read?
Yes, this is an easy one. What do they like to read?
Newspapers.
Now,
Paperback novels.
you know, Patience?
Paperback.
You don't know.
I don't know.
You ready for this? You ready for this, Patience? Comic books.
Comic books. Comic books.
Comic books. I bet you Gary knew.
Oh, boy. You ready?
I'm ready, Doc.
Okay. So, without further delay, let's start. A movie that was made between 1962 and 1963 and didn't see the light of day until 1976.
Cool. It's going to be a good one.
That classic.
Good one.
Classic?
Yes.
The Creeping Terror.
Yes. It's a good one, Patience. Stick around.
North.
Riss.
Roll that film.
Roll rat roll. Roll rat roll. Roll rat. Roll rat. Roll rat. Good job, Marty.
fighting all night. What time is it?
Almost 4:30. Almost dawn. We should be home in another hour.
This man's name is Martin Gordon. The lovely girl beside him is Brett, his bride of 2 wonderful weeks. It's late August. They're returning from their honeymoon to their home in quiet, peaceful Angel County, California. Martin's Uncle Ben is sheriff of Angel County, and Martin is his senior deputy. Martin has high hopes of succeeding his uncle when Ben retires. But for now, Martin has only the thoughts, emotions, and pride of a very happy newly married young man. Brett is his, and he feels no man could ask for more. And now, without warning, their honeymoon is to become a nightmare. Neither Martin nor Brett saw the glowing rocket descend in the early morning skies. It was reported to the sheriff's office by Jeff, the county forest ranger. Jeff reported to Sheriff Ben that a plane had crashed near Willow Creek and that he was going out to investigate. Ben said he would join him as soon as possible. Barney, Ben's junior deputy, was to summon medical aid and to see if he could rouse someone at the Air Authority in San Francisco.
Uncle Ben, honey. Must be an accident or something.
There's a plane crash down the road a couple of miles. I'm going to be a little short-handed till help gets here. Pull around back of me. Come along, both of you.
Get in, honey.
And now a word from our sponsors.
This is a man who smokes Marlboro cigarettes. What kind of a man is he? I'm a guy who likes to work on my car. I like to take it apart and put it back together. I get to working on it and forget where I am, what time it is. I even forget to eat. You don't forget to smoke, though. I always smoke when I work. They go together. Why Marlboro? Well, it's a combination of things. When I draw on a cigarette, I want to taste something. With Marlboro, I do. Yet it's got a filter that works. Then there's this flip-top box. I like things that are well designed. This box is interesting and practical.
Would you recommend Marlboro to your friends?
I already have.
New Marlboro. Filter, flavor, flip-top box. Popular filter price.
At the location of the crash, they discovered Jeff's truck, but Jeff himself was not around. They proceeded with their investigation. They looked at the rocket in utter amazement. A puzzled Ben finally asked Martin what he made of the craft.
It's no airplane.
Could be one of our missiles.
Or one of theirs.
You could be right, honey. Don't think we have anything this big.
Ben could not understand why the craft wasn't severely damaged.
This hat belongs to Jeff Peters. Jeff! Jeff! Jeff, are you in there?
Nope.
Martin, go back to my car and get my flashlight.
Ben, don't go in there. You don't know what's in there.
I think I hear him moving inside. Maybe he's hurt.
Ben, please don't. Ben. Ben. Car 1, calling in. Car 1, calling in.
Patience? Hey!
Patience!
Welcome back. It's snack time.
It's the best part of the movie.
Okay, so we're going to make garbage pizza.
Yes!
Yes. So we were at the Dollar Tree.
Yes!
Yeah, we got some pizza crust for $1.
Yes! Patience, this is the best pizza you can make.
Next, pizza sauce.
Sauce? Pizza sauce.
Where did we get the pizza sauce, Bucky?
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree.
Yes!
Pizza? This
Yes!
should be my pizza. So
Yes!
we're just going to spread that sauce out over the pizza.
Ooh, I love extra sauce, so does Morty.
A saucy for you.
Yes!
Okay.
The oven is preheated at 400 and, is it 50 or 25 degrees? I don't remember.
Whatever it says on the package.
Yes!
You want a little bit of garlic.
I do. It keeps the vampires away. The Draculas.
Smell that.
Ooh, it smells delicious. It looks delicious.
Now, what I'm doing with mine
Yes!
is I'm taking some Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yes!
And I'm crunching them up in a baggie.
Yes!
I'm going to sprinkle them on top of my sauce.
We like Ritz crackers and Fruity Pebbles sometimes, too.
No gummies.
Oh, they get kind of yucky when they get heated. They kind of melt. Okay, so now we can put some cheese on it.
You want cheese on it now?
I want cheese on mine first. Not all the cheese. On the edges. Oh, that looks delicious. Don't that look delicious, Patience? Some cheese for you. Patience, you ever make pizza?
Making it is almost as fun as
Eat that.
eating it.
A little bit of ham.
A little bit of ham.
Yes. If you don't have ham, you could use hot dog or bacon or spam.
What
Yes.
else?
And I want a little bit of pineapple.
And some pineapple.
Yes, kind of like a Hawaiian pizza.
Hawaiian
Dad.
pizza.
Hawaiian pizza.
Need some pickles on that pizza.
Yes. Pickle here and a pickle there. Yeah, that's the way to do it, Doc. Yes, just a little bit. Just a little bit of black olives.
Like olives.
Yes. Just a little bit.
Add color.
Yes, a little bit. A little bit on the edges. It's all about the edges, Patience. You don't want the edges dry with nothing on them.
Okay?
That's perfect. And then I want some cheese on top of that. Please.
And a little bit of cheese on top of it.
Oh boy, Morty's gonna be so super excited when he eats it.
Wow.
Yes.
I like mushrooms.
I wish I had some Fruity Pebbles. I'll put them on top.
Sliced mushrooms. I got some pepperoni slices here.
Pepperoni. Not to be confused with pepperoni.
Pepperoni is my favorite pizza topping.
Right.
So we're going to pop these in the oven, right?
Yes.
And then we're going to come back and show the patients what they look like.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
It looks delicious.
Check this out.
Don't it look good, Doc?
It looks so good.
Patience, it looks delicious.
Yeah.
I wish you could smell it.
But it smells good. Lucky's has pickles, black olives, pineapples, and ham. And seasoned with garlic.
Yes.
Mine has pepperonis, black olives, some hot peppers, and mushrooms. And Cool Ranch Doritos in the sauce.
Yes.
So
That's a secret ingredient.
that is the secret ingredient.
Oh boy.
Let's try this bad boy.
Doc,
Ah,
you didn't give thanks.
thanks.
Amen.
Hmm.
Is it delicious?
You know, for a Dollar Tree crust and Dollar Tree sauce,
Yes.
that's pretty good.
Okay.
I can barely taste the Doritos.
Ooh, that's not good.
No, it's not supposed to be overpowering. Ready for this?
I'm gonna wait to eat mine with Morty.
Okay.
You can take a bite if you like.
No, that's okay.
You sure?
I got mine in my mouth.
Oh. It smells delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to
So,
eat.
we're gonna go back to the movie.
Yes!
The Creeping Terror.
A creeping terror.
How can it be stopped?
How?
I don't know.
How? How, patience? How?
I was thinking maybe it could sprinkle salt on it like a slug.
Or some garlic.
Maybe, yes, sprinkle garlic on it. Okay, back to the movie.
I'm gonna go eat my pizza. See you later, patience. Enjoy.
Within the hour, Martin's unusual call for assistance was answered by a special unit led by a Colonel James Caldwell.
Let's get going. Let's go. Let's go. Move it over. Let's get going. Let's go. All right, back on the truck. Let's go. Sergeant, take one man and check it out. Yes, sir. Okay.
The sergeant reported seeing an amazingly large creature in the aft section of the strange craft. He further reported that it was secured by a kind of metal harness, but that the creature could still move around somewhat, and for that reason they had not gotten too close to it. There was no trace of either Ben or Jet. The colonel ordered continuous guard duty around the spaceship and decided to set up a temporary military headquarters at the sheriff's office in town. By the next day, Colonel Caldwell had the situation well in hand. He had called Washington and received his orders from the highest possible authority. He was to maintain tight security and to await the arrival of a Dr. Bradford, who had been on assignment at the Jodrell Bank Radio Observatory in England. Upon arrival, Bradford was to take complete charge of the operation. He was the world's leading authority on space emissions and had worked out a series of systems that might lead to communication with other forms of life, when, as, and if they were contacted. Martin was outraged by the government's intellectual approach to a monster that had already killed and caused the disappearance of his two close friends. Caldwell tended to agree with him, but stated he had to follow his orders. One of those orders was to suppress the news of the death of Ben and Jeff. Martin was appointed temporary sheriff, and all news intended for public consumption was to emanate from his office. The Air Authority issued a cover-up story that a plane had crashed and burned, and this was to suffice until the experts cleared up the mystery of the visitor from outer space. In a remote section of the county, the first of a series of tragedies took place. Tragedies that would have been avoided had the public been warned. Later that day, while they were awaiting the arrival of Dr. Bradford, Martin instructed Barney, on advice from Colonel Caldwell, to plant in the local papers the news that Ben and Jeff had taken off on a fishing trip to British Columbia. The colonel had impressed the bereaved families with the necessity of maintaining secrecy, and these brave relatives had agreed. Despite Brett's inquiries about what Martin had seen in the spacecraft, he avoided specific details for fear of disturbing her more than she was. If the truth were known, Martin was more than a little disturbed himself. Shortly thereafter, Dr. Bradford arrived. He was a much younger man than one would imagine him to be.
Martin, I'd like for you to meet Dr. Bradford.
I've heard a lot about you from the colonel.
Well, nothing bad, I trust. Martin and his wife were in the original party that found the fallen craft. I was sorry to hear about your uncle. It's a tough break. I hope you're feeling better.
Yes, thank you. A couple hours of sleep did a world of good.
Bradford thanked the colonel for his assistance and then asked to speak to Martin. Bradford questioned Martin about everything that had transpired. Martin did his best to recall everything in precise detail, but really didn't have much for him. The two soldiers that entered the rocket earlier had been summoned, and Bradford hoped to learn more from them. The doctor himself would not enter the rocket until the arrival of certain equipment. From his discussion, it was apparent that the doctor considered this situation a magnificent opportunity for mankind. He felt that if he could communicate with the creature, it might be possible to advance human knowledge by years or even centuries. The spaceship alone signified an intellectual development far in advance of anything on Earth. When Martin asked him how he intended to protect himself from the creature, Bradford said not to worry, that he hadn't come here to be victimized either by his own or the creature's fears.
Oh, hi, Barney. We'll be right out.
Well, that's all right. Just take your time.
I didn't know we had company. Look at me. I'm a mess. Don't be impolite. Nick, I get the drink.
Now you're talking, honey. What do you have, Barney? How about a bourbon and 7? Coming up. Would you get the 7, honey? Barney, you should try marriage. It would do wonders for you.
Barney and Martin had been bachelor buddies for years, but now that Martin was settling down to marriage, they were slowly drifting apart. Barney, naturally, was still dating all the girls in town, and he couldn't understand why Brett and Martin didn't pal around with him more than they did. He couldn't comprehend that married life brought with it not only new problems and duties, but the necessary togetherness of husband and wife as well. Despite Brett's most tactful considerations, such as inviting him over to dinner quite often, Barney was growing resentful of her, or at least she felt that he was. Since time began, this change in relationship has probably happened to all buddies in similar circumstances. Life has its way of making boys grow up, and with marriage, Martin's time had come. His life was now Brett, a life that he thoroughly enjoyed. The next morning, Betty Johnson, as usual, blew a goodbye kiss to her husband, but for the last time.
Poor baby. Let Mommy take your temperature. Poor baby. You'll feel better soon.
Grandpa, can I go for a walk?
All right, but stay close by. Bobby. Bobby. Bobby! Bobby! Bobby. Bobby.
And now a word from our sponsors.
The new Ford Pinto with a new design for $79. New up here, new back here, new in here and packed with features. Bucket seats, standard. AM radio and electronic ignition, standard. 2.3-liter engine, standard. Electric rear window defroster, standard. Rack and pinion steering, standard. Front disc brakes, standard. Compare Pinto. It may be the best small car buy in America. At your Ford dealer.
Within 48 hours, Dr. Bradford had closely examined the creature and the spaceship and reached a number of conclusions. He was sure the creature had come from beyond our solar system because it adapted to our environment so quickly, and no planet or dead star near us has conditions similar to the Earth. Of special interest to him was the hull of the ship. It was composed of an alloy unlike anything human science had ever encountered. The doctor had run a number of tests on the metal, but its molecular structure remained a mystery. Because there was no food on board, Bradford presumed the creature had been in a state of suspended animation, particularly because it had survived the trials of re-entry and impact without apparent harm. So far, he had no success in communicating with it, but he had not yet exhausted all possibilities. On a more subjective basis, he had the curious feeling that the creature did not want to communicate with him. Such a confession on the part of this eminent scientist made Martin feel quite apprehensive. While on a routine call to pick up instructions from Colonel Caldwell, Martin received an urgent message from Barney. Barney was at Willow Creek. He had responded to a phone call from a frantic Mrs. Brown. Her husband and grandson had gone fishing and were long overdue. Barney was instructed to organize a search party locally and to report the results to Martin. Because of security regulations, he was not to come near the area of the spacecraft. Martin said he would join Barney later if he could. Acting on a hunch, Martin decided to see for himself if the monster was still there. It was. Bradford had installed TV cameras inside the spaceship and was testing the creature's reactions to sound, light, electricity, color, and air pressure. When Martin asked him if he had any luck in communicating with the beast, Bradford confessed that he hadn't, but would try again when certain data was returned to him from computer processing. It was at this time that Bradford came up with a frightening theory, namely that the creature might be a product of engineering, the same engineering that built the spaceship. What he didn't understand was why some form of communication had not been built into the creature. When Martin asked him if this weren't something to worry about, Bradford said no. It was probably his own failing at not being able to establish communications. It seemed to Martin that if Bradford's theory were correct, humanity might be in grave danger. Bradford dismissed Martin's fears by pointing out that the creature was not exhibiting any signs of violence, and besides, it was firmly secured by the harness. That afternoon in Moncrief Park, a group of neighbors got together for a hootenanny.
Oh, she left me sad, but still I am happy. In fact, I am glad, for I am as free as that bird in the tree, 'cause she left me alone and could not marry me. I said that I loved her and would till I died. I tried to forget her, and I really did try, but I'll still think of her till the day that I die, 'cause I think
What is it?
stay there. Stay calm.
In response to a multiple missing persons report, Martin and Barney searched the countryside for the group of picnickers. The only trace they found of them was the remains of a guitar one of them carried. This wholesale disappearance of a large group of people, coupled with earlier missing persons reports, led Martin to only one conclusion. There must be another monster, and it was on the loose. The colonel listened to Martin's theory and, after consulting with Bradford, decided to call Washington. He was told to follow his own good judgment, but under no circumstances was he to alarm the populace. The colonel decided to organize a county-wide search. Martin's assignment was to search the north end of the county. While Martin and Brett were engaged by the search, the monster was moving toward the community dance hall.
Okay, Granny, now you go ahead and take your time.
I get so upset at these films that my great-great-grandson, Doc Dre, believe he exposed you to such trash.
I know, Granny, I know. I usually just watch like the Disney Channel and stuff like that. You know, Mickey Mouse. I got a pair of Mickey Mouse ears. Did I show you? They're personalized.
They're very nice. They're very nice.
Yes.
But the scene in the movie at the dance hall?
Yes.
With people drinking?
Yes.
And shaking their buttocks?
That's not us. Yes, Granny.
I can't do this anymore. Please, people, don't watch the rest of this movie. People jumping into that monster's mouth, it's garbage.
Oh, no, Granny, I know.
I'm too upset. Turn that camera off.
Yes, Granny. Yes,
Turn the camera off.
Cut that film. Cut it. It's okay, Granny. It's okay. It's okay. Do you need your smelling salts?
I could use my Bengay.
Your Bengay and your hot water bottle? Yes, Granny, right away. Cut the film. Cut it.
I've had enough of that guy.
Okay, quiet down. Quiet down. Thank you for all showing up here at Greenbrier Resort.
Yes.
First off, I want to thank the press, and I want to let everybody know that the president is safe in his subterranean safe place.
Yes.
Otherwise known as the basement.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to Greenbrier Resort, West Virginia.
Yes.
The following information is all that we have concerning the alien craft.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Earlier this afternoon, an alien craft appears to have crash landed in Angel County, California.
Yes.
The craft appears to be made out of a cardboard-like material.
Yes.
Colonel James Caldwell
Yes.
and a crack team of 5 of his special soldiers have been dispatched in a pickup truck.
Yes.
Also on the scene is world-renowned scientist Dr. Bradford.
Yes.
Here's what we know.
The facts.
Once again, the alien craft appears to be made out of some sort of high-tech cardboard. There is an alien extraterrestrial loose in the area, and it seems as though he emits a paralyzing gas which prevents people from walking or crawling away.
Yikes.
Perhaps it even appears that some people have been crawling into the creature's mouth.
Yes.
The alien being is impervious to small arms fire and guitar smashes. As of yet, we're advising all people to stay clear of the area, listen to your radio, and monitor the situation.
Yes.
Should any more information become available, further press releases will be discussed. Taking no questions at this time.
No questions. None.
This is General Blood and Guts Dredd,
Yes, sir.
signing off.
While Martin and Brett were taking a break from the search, a call came through which confirmed Martin's theory. Colonel Caldwell told them of the monster's attack at the dance hall. His troops now had orders to destroy the monster, and he asked for Martin's assistance. Martin said he would join the colonel as quickly as possible. The monster next appeared in Lover's Lane. Anyone who experienced that catastrophe and survived would never go there again.
God.
It was almost an hour before Caldwell learned of the monster's devastating new attack. Colonel Caldwell wasted no time ordering his men into action. It was at this point that Bradford interceded. He demanded that the monster be taken alive at all costs. The colonel's protests about the dead and missing made no impression on Bradford. Caldwell conceded to the point of assuring Bradford that they would not destroy the monster if they could avoid it.
Get on with it, Lieutenant.
Move it out, men.
When Martin's party arrived and offered to help, the colonel told them enough lives were being endangered. They were to be part of the second line of defense, to be used only if necessary. The sergeant, a shaken man, returned babbling about what had happened. Caldwell, realizing the full danger of the situation, decided he had only one means left to stop the monster: grenades. Now Bradford made a drastic move. Acting on his superior authority, he forbade Caldwell to destroy the creature. The colonel, more concerned with saving human lives than advancing science, told Bradford to go to hell.
Get out of my way.
Only 10 more minutes?
Where's he going in such a hurry?
Maybe you'd better follow him. He may need help.
You go ahead, Martin. I'll stay with Carl.
The explosion loosened the harness on the monster and allowed it to escape.
Fall faster!
Martin tried to help the doctor, but there was no time. Bradford told Martin what he had just confirmed, that these monsters were highly specialized test animals. They were, in fact, mobile laboratories that consumed human beings in order to analyze them chemically, undoubtedly to detect weaknesses in the human species. He told Martin that the information fed into a computer in the spacecraft. Further, he added, now that both monsters were dead, the computer would activate a transmitter to send the results into outer space. Martin knew what he had to do. As Martin entered the spaceship, he heard the transmitter generator kick on. The super tough alloys of the spacecraft were not even dented by Martin's hammering. As the transmitter stopped, Martin felt sick. Evidently, all the information had been transmitted. On Martin's return, he confessed his failure. He slowly asked Bradford what was in store for humanity. Bradford was pessimistic, but implied that maybe all was not lost. After all, he told them, the vastness of the universe is incredible. If these monsters had come from its outer limits, their home might even no longer exist. Or if they do come again, perhaps man will have advanced enough to cope with them and those who made them. Only God knows for sure, were Bradford's last words to anyone on this earth.
Tell the world. Watch the skies.
Bucky! Bucky, wake up!
While Martin and Brett were engaged by the search, the monster was moving toward the community dance hall.
My God, what is it?
Bucky!
Yes, Doc.
You fell asleep during the movie.
I did not. I love this movie. It's good. Doc,
You were twitching.
I had the craziest dream, Doc.
Now, you
You'd
can
never
tell-
believe me if I told you.
You can tell me about it later.
It can't be true.
Hey, Morty, thanks for running that film.
You're welcome.
So,
Thanks, Morty.
so patients, we really hope you enjoyed The Creeping Terror.
It's such a good movie. It's so much fun.
It's not a good movie. But
It is, Doc. It's fun.
It's really not
It's
a
a
good
fun movie.
It's rated like the second worst movie.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's like
Don't be a
it's
hater.
right up there with Plan 9 from Outer Space
I love that movie.
and The Beast of the Yucca Flats.
I love those two other movies.
Okay, so you ready to get out of here?
Doc,
Yeah.
patience. What's an alien's favorite treat? What is it, Doc?
An alien's favorite
What
treat?
is it, patience? What is it?
Otter Pops.
Otter Pops are good, but that's not it.
I don't know.
You know, patience? You ready for this? You ready for this, Doc? It's Martian mallows.
Martian Mellows.
Martian mallows. Ah, ha, ha. Rabbit, Morty, you're right. Thanks, Morty.
Thanks, Morty.
Hey, Doc.
Hey.
Hey, patience. How do aliens pay for their coffee?
How do aliens pay for their coffee?
How do they pay for their coffee? Do you know? Do you know, patience? Do you know?
Do I know how to their coffee?
Yes.
Moon rocks.
No.
No.
So, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
You ready for this, patience? They use Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Starbucks. You never would have guessed that, would you?
I never would have guessed that in a million years.
Hey, Doc.
Hey, another one.
Hey, patience. Why don't aliens rate Earth? Why don't they rate Earth?
Why don't aliens raid Earth?
Why don't they rate us?
I don't know.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Ready for this, patience? Because it only has 1 star.
Oh, they don't rate us because we only have...
We only have 1 star.
Okay. You head back over to the swamp shack, and I'm going to lock up here after I go down to the speakeasy.
Okay, Doc.
Okay, I'm going to head down.
Patience, we love you. Thank you, Patience, for being here. We love you. See you, Doc.
See ya. Hey, Patience. Welcome to my speakeasy. I call it my 2 cents. This is the portion of Swamp Theater where I just give a little bit of information about the movie, and here we go. You get the drift. So, if you're still with us, you just finished watching The Creeping Terror, a movie filmed between 1963 and 1964 on almost zero budget, directed, produced, and starring in his only role that we know of, Vic Savage, also known as A.J. Nelson, also known as Arthur Nelson White. Because when you're a con man, you need some aliases. Trust me, I'm a doctor. I would know these things. From what I have read and gathered about this movie, he got people to hand over their hard-earned cash and ripped off a lot of people and never really produced a viable product. That is Vic Savage. Now, the version that you've seen tonight of The Creeping Terror was put together, basically was saved from the rubbish pile by the man who played Dr. Bradford. William Thurby was one of the main contributors of cash to this monstrosity, and he recovered the film after it was left. And he decided to re-edit it and take the mishmash mess and try and recoup some of his losses. I'm not sure what year he got a hold of it, but we do know that it did not air in theaters or at the drive-in, and it was sold to television with other movies in a package. And it did not see the light of day or night, depending on when it was shown, until 1976.
That's the spirit!
Another interesting fact about the movie is it was originally slated to be filmed at Lake Tahoe. We all know that that's ridiculous and they would never have the money for that. But it was filmed at the Spahn Ranch. Does that sound familiar? The Spahn Ranch was a place in California that a lot of westerns were filmed, a lot of the old western serials. And it's also a place infamous in history for Charlie Manson, because he stayed there with his cult. So, hey, this is your friend Dr. Dread, hoping you enjoyed The Creeping Terror as much as I enjoyed presenting to you. Maybe we made it more fun, and maybe we ruined it for you. I don't know. But thank you for watching, and thank you, President Abigail Ross, for that really nice introduction, but you left my name out. Hey, this is your friend Dr. Dread coming to you from the Speakeasy, my 2 cents, wishing you a great evening. Remember, my friends, as always, keep it scary and watch the skies.